The movie begins where Shang-Chi's father is fighting with 10 rings. Those 10 rings have ancient powers, and whoever wears them becomes immortal. Shang-Chi's father established his own organization named 10 Ring. Shang-Chi's father begins researching a village after gaining control of the world. It was said that there are mythical creatures and gems in that village, and to become more powerful, he moves to the village. Meanwhile, a magical forest stops his way and his car falls into a ditch. Then, he comes out of the car and enters the forest, and a guardian tries to block his way. She says go back, but he fights with her and ultimately loses. But they like each other during the fight and then decided to marry. After this, the villagers were not allowing them to live there. Then we see little Shang-Chi. His mother was telling him all this. She was also telling him about the great protector, a dragon. She gives Shang-Chi a locket with a green gem embedded. In the present, Shang-Chi had been living in California under a different name for 10 years. Shang-Chi used to drive cars as his job with a female friend. After finishing it, they go to see their friend. Their friend mocks them, claiming that you both are intelligent even though you drive, but it doesn't affect Shang-Chi. Meanwhile, some people try to snatch Shang-Chi's locket. He fights with them and defeats them. Their leader arrives in the end, and a vlogger is capturing their video. The leader takes out his armor hand. They fight, and the breaker of the bus failed and the driver has fainted. Shang-Chi asks his friend to drive the bus. The bus was about to be divided into 2 parts due to the deep cut. Shang-Chi takes them all to the safe side. Then, the bus is divided into 2 parts. Meanwhile, Shang-Chi notices the people have stolen his locket. Now, they are going to steal his sister's locket. He goes home and gets ready to go to his sister. Shang-Chi's friend asks him about those people. Shang-Chi tells her, actually, those were my father's companions, and now they are going to my sister. She got confused as she didn't know about Shang-Chi's sister and now wanted to know everything about him. On the plane, he tells her that after his mother's death, his father begins training him and sent him on the first mission when he was 14 years old, and he failed in that mission. He says, "My real name is Shang-Chi." Now they reach their destination. Shang-Chi's friend was astonished after seeing the city. She came out from America for the first time. They reach an illegal fighting bar while searching for Shang-Chi's sister, Xialing. Meanwhile, Shang-Chi's video of bus fighting got viral, so the bar people wisely signed the contract from Shang-Chi of the night fighting. That's why Shang-Chi has to fight. When Shang-Chi goes to fight, he is taken aback because his opponent was his sister, Xialing. She fights with him, but he does not strike her. Then we see Xialing's past. Xialing forbids Shang-Chi to go on a mission. Shang-Chi promised her that I would return after 3 days. Because he didn't return home after that mission, that's why Xialing was upset with him. She defeats Shang-Chi by launching a super kick at him. Later, Xialing informs Shang-Chi, "I am the owner of this place. I do not need you." Shang-Chi claims, "Why did you send that postcard to me if you don't need me?" Xialing says, "I haven't sent any postcards." Now, they understand that it was a trick of their father. Their father's companions also arrive there. Then, Shang-Chi breaks the window glass and takes his friend out. He asks his friend to go to the lift. Before reaching the lift, his friend was about to fall. Shang-Chi holds her, but due to the several attacks on Shang-Chi, her hand drops. His friend was falling, but then Xialing saves her. A bomb was thrown at them. Then he runs from there while taking Xialing's locket. Before he moves into the helicopter, Shang-Chi holds him. His father arrives and stops him from murdering him. He says, "I knew none of my members can defeat you." After that, they go to Shang-Chi's father's house with him. They were looking depressed when they reached there. Meanwhile, Xialing tells Shang-Chi's friend that my father didn't talk to me after my mother's death. He never trained me. I trained myself while seeing him from a distance. Later, I became better than him. And when I feel Shang-Chi will not return, I ran at the age of 16 years. After it, I made a kingdom of my own. Now, their father asks Shang-Chi to join their team again, but Shang-Chi refuses. Their father starts telling them about their mother. He claims that when you weren't at home, he began researching your mother's village. I've learned that those villagers have imprisoned your mother behind a giant gate. But Shang-Chi doesn't believe his father while listening to him. Their father puts their lockets in the eyes of a dragon. After it, the dragon makes a map to enter the villager through the water. Every year, the path becomes straight for 1 day, and that day will be after 3 days. They decide to take their mother back, and if the villagers refuse, they will destroy it. Meanwhile, their father puts them in a cell where they meet a villain who tells them that their father came to kill me, and then a faceless creature comes. They get scared seeing it. The villain says that the creature was with your mother. It wishes to return home, and the creature directs Shang-Chi to the village. They proceed from there with the assistance of Xialing. She ran away from there the last time. After that, they move in a car from there. Their father's companions also arrive, but they somehow escape. On the other hand, their father asks them to get ready for the war instead of catching them, and then they cross the magical forest and enter the village. Then they meet the villagers, but the villagers ask them to leave. Their aunt arrives and stops them. Shang-Chi tells them, "We don't have enough time because our father is coming." Their aunt tells the history of this village, how a soul-taker monster attacked their village thousands of years ago and stole people's soul, then moved into the human world. Our forefathers sent a team of 11 warriors to stop that monster, but it didn't affect him. A dragon, their great protector, defeated the monster, sealed it behind a massive gate. We've been guarding it for a long time, and the seal can only be broken with 10 rings. It implies that the voices and dreams Shang-Chi's father was experiencing were not real. It was a trick of that monster. Their aunt shows them the weapons made of dragon skin. With them, they can easily kill that monster. Their aunt gives them their mother's gift. It was the dress of the village. After that, they start training for the war. Shang-Chi asks his aunt to teach him the fighting skills of their mother. Shang-Chi recalls his past. We also got to know that his mother died as a result of his father's actions. He removed the 10 rings after his marriage. His old enemies getting a chance killed his wife. Shang-Chi's father becomes depressed after knowing this. He kills the killer of his wife one by one after searching for them. When he comes to know about the main killer, he sends Shang-Chi to kill him. It was the mission after which Shang-Chi didn't return home. Searching for him, his friend also arrives there. Shang-Chi tells her, "I have completed the task to kill my mother's killer, but I realize that my mother would become aggressive as a result of it, as she does not want me to make the same mistakes as my father. It was the reason I didn't return home." The next day, they get ready for the war, but Shang-Chi's friend wasn't included in the war. She wasn't ready for the fight yet. Shang-Chi's father arrives and asks his companion to kill villagers. Both groups start fighting, then Shang-Chi and his father fight with each other, and his father tosses him into the sea while attacking him with 10 rings. Then, using the powers of the 10 rings, his father attempts to open the giant gate. He didn't open the massive gate, as there is a gap in it, that the monster's companions emerge and begin stealing souls for it, and it will make him more powerful. On another side, Xialing asks them to do teamwork while fighting. Due to this, Shang-Chi's friend also gets the chance to fight. Shang-Chi finds their great protector means the dragon. After some time, it kills the monster companion before they kill anyone. During this, his aunt asks Shang-Chi to stop his father from opening the door, and they fight again. This time, Shang-Chi was fighting like his mother. His father gets shocked seeing this. Then it is shown that Shang-Chi can control 5 rings during the fight. They both fight each other with 5 rings. Shang-Chi's father launches an underground attack on him. Shang-Chi can now command the 10 rings, and he throws his father down. He requests his father to come back, but the giant gate has opened completely. The monster comes out. After it, the monster was about to kill them. It was taking out his soul. Before dying, he gives his 10 rings to Shang-Chi. Seeing his father dying, Shang-Chi becomes depressed. The monster was about to attack him, but Xialing comes with her protector dragon and holds that monster, but the monster flees from the dragon to steal souls. Shang-Chi runs away with Xialing to stop the monster while sealing the gate. Then he reaches and seals the monster with his water magic. Before they seal it, the companions of the monster give it souls, due to which its power increase. Due to the enhanced powers, it holds the dragon and pulls its soul. Shang-Chi couldn't help his dragon. He doesn't want to lose his sister again. Before the dragon's soul was pulled, Shang-Chi's friend shoots an arrow on the monster's neck. The dragon was released because of it. It again tries to trap the monster with the magical water. Shang-Chi also stabs his rings into the monster that is accompanying the dragon. Later, he divides it into many pieces using his rings and wins. Then, they move to California where a man is there to pick. Then we see that the 10 rings of Shang-Chi are sending signals, which means that something bad is going to occur. And with this, the movie ends. Thanks for watching.